Okay, guys, let me just tell you the worst cheating scandal that has ever entered my DMs, ever. So basically, this lady was married to her husband for 14 years in total. So about 6 years in, he had to move to another state because of work. So around the 7th year, 8th year, she asked him, because they had 5 children, but they were all girls. She asked him, do you want us to try again so that we can get a boy? But he was like, nah, whatever God has blessed us with. Because she didn't want him to step out, because in her culture, men really want sons. So she didn't want him to step out just because she wasn't able to give him a son, in her opinion. Okay, cool. So about 8th year, 9th year, she was asking him, should me and the kids move to your state so we're all together? He was like, nah, that where you're living in that state, I own that house, but where I'm staying, I rent. So it doesn't make sense to bring you and the 5 kids to come and rent with me, right? Cool. So he said no. So fast forward their 14th year anniversary. Every anniversary, she cooks, gets the kids dressed up, and then he comes and they celebrate. This year, she called him. He didn't pick up. Bear in mind, the kids are already dressed. She's already cooked. She's already excited to see her husband. But he did not turn up. So she was angry, like, what the heck? Sent the kids to bed, settled down. Next day, someone calls her that she needs to come to this hospital, that her husband is in hospital. Bearing in mind, the hospital that they're calling from is like an hour away from her house, not the other state that he's meant to be in. So she's thinking, what's her husband doing there? So she drove down there, saw her husband. He's been beaten up black and blue. She's thinking, what the heck happened to my husband? Finds out that her husband has a girlfriend that has a son for him, allegedly. So her husband and his girlfriend got into an argument, and he slapped the girlfriend. The girlfriend went to go and tell her other boyfriend. He brought boys to the house and beat the hell out of her husband. Allegedly, the girlfriend has a son for him, but because she has several boyfriends, you can't say is that his son or not. Cool. So the husband, after a week, was able to open his eyes, was talking to her, was begging her that, forgive me. So she forgave him. Now, after she forgave him, like a day or two later, her husband passes away. The trauma to his brain was too much. So I'm thinking, wow, this story is really sad. She was like, no, that's not the end of it. That's not even the beginning of how her life got turned upside down. And I was like, what? There's more. Like, huh?
Hey y'all, so I got some tea for y'all, baby. At approximately, 1:38 last night, I got a phone call from a man I thought was one of my men. His wife calls me. Yes, his wife. I found out he was a married man with 4 children last night. So yeah, she calls me. She's on the phone like, hey, she wasn't aggressive. She wasn't mean. She wasn't disrespectful. She wasn't none of that. She was genuinely a woman who was hurt. I could hear it on the phone. And now by this time, baby, I'm on your side, okay? Forget him, forget the man. I'm on your side because he thought he was Mr. Smooth Criminal to pay in both our faces. I got something for you, for real. So she's on the phone like, tell her you're married. You didn't tell her you were married? I'm like, oh, baby, you think if he told me he was married, I would be right here on this phone? No, that man told me he was single. Y'all, as men, y'all wonder why we treat y'all and talk about y'all the way that we do now? Talk to your homeboys. Start checking y'all homeboys when they moving slimy. Because, y'all, when I say I met this man's family, I met his mother. So now I'm thinking a whole group, y'all work together on this. And that lady was on the phone, like, literally just clueless. Like, her and this man been living together, I guess. And I'm just like, how was he at 2 places at one time? I have so much tea, like, I got so much tea, like, in detail, but it's just so much for me to process right now. I'm not sad or nothing like that. Like, it's a man. Like, it's just I'm more so shocked, because how can y'all be so ill? Like, where is the integrity, the mortality, where's your conscience? And she literally, like, she was just a sad woman, and I really hope she has a great day, and I really hope she's okay. Yeah, crazy. I'm not gonna lie though, now that I had time to like resonate and think about everything, I low-key want to get to investigating and digging. So like, I don't know, is that, should I? Not like deep diving, but just like, so when did it start? How long have been married? Like, I didn't ask nothing. I was just answering her questions because she was the hurt one at the time. But now I really am like, I should call him and record his lies over the phone. I don't know. Let me know.
Why are all these married men on dating apps? Like, the statistics is insane. If you're not happy with your marriage, why don't you just say it?